Hi, good morning, Haley and Matthew.
Morning.
I just want to thank you so much for revisiting this amazing story because Howard's End is clearly, literally one of my favorite books ever. And then, of course, I love the film of 1992. So it's so wonderful to see what you two have done with this.
Oh.
But Matthew, I want to start with you because I understand that you didn't immediately jump at the opportunity to play the role.
I did. No, I did. I think I was really excited. One of my first reactions was I'm too young. Uh, but then, I
Yeah.
thought maybe I'm not too young, And I've said the story many times, but I said to our makeup designer, Catherine, how are you going to age me up, And she said, I don't think we need to. I think it's fine. So,
Yeah, it worked out perfectly
yeah,
for you.
it's
And
okay.
trust me, from me viewing it, you were perfect.
Oh,
And
thank you.
and Haley, for you, I mean, she's no Agent Carter. This is a complete turnaround for you.
Yeah.
Was it a dream role to play somebody like
Oh
Margaret?
yeah. She's one of the great female characters in literature, and that's really fulfilling as an actor to get to play. One of the just part of all the dream idea is that as an actor, as you develop, you get the chance to play the Lady Macbeths or the Hedda Garblers and the heroines as well. Margaret Schlegel for me was one of them, and she's very multifaceted. She's kind of full of contradictions and questions and kind of navigating her way as she goes along and mistakes along the way as she figures out her world. But there's a warmth and a compassion to her and an emotional intelligence to her that was just great. It was all consuming. It was lovely to be part of her life.
Yeah, I can imagine. And also, I was wondering too, because of course Emma Thompson, did an amazing job, won an Oscar for goodness sake. Did you sit down and talk to her about it, or was it something that you just wanted to craft on your
Oh yeah,
own?
we chatted. I mean, Em's a good friend of mine, has always been a real support, and I'd worked with her. She was my mother about 12 years ago, I think. So we had that kind of relationship, and typically is kind of a very Emma response was just utter delight that I got the chance to be in the shoes of a character that she knew intimately was so fulfilling to play as an actor. And then also saying, she is you and you are she. Don't watch what I did or any of that. Just make her your own by having a natural instinctive response to
Yeah.
the material. And it's true. And I remember talking to some other actresses about Margaret, and then kind of the universal feeling within the industry for actresses of going, oh, how fantastic! It's so wonderful to play this.
It's one of those
This
parts.
it's just one of
Yeah.
those parts that's so rewarding to
Yeah.
play. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Matthew, for you, I mean, did you what did you see in Henry? And how do you make him? I still feel that this story is relevant today, no matter what. And even though it was written in the 1900s, how did you see it and making Henry relevant today too?
Oh, I recognized him. There's lots of Henrys about, and there always will be. I guess he's a man of enterprise and business, and he doesn't worry about he doesn't think about what he's feeling or sometimes how other people are feeling, and but he gets things done, and
Yeah,
he's not unattractive, and he's not unkind either. He's it's a very he's an interesting, nuanced character. So
right.
that's one of the brilliances of the book is that everyone's new. It's not there are no goodies and baddies. There are people with different worldviews and politics and um,
Yeah.
positions in society, and yeah, it's really interesting, and because of that, it's wonderful to play. It's sort of endlessly fascinating, and you can be unsympathetic and sympathetic,
Yeah,
in
there's
a heartbeat.
absolutely. These characters. They can be many different things. So they're not just like the good and the bad.
No.
It's they live in
Right.
a much more nuanced world as we do as human beings, and that we have the whole full spectrum of qualities and traits and emotions within us that develop over time and kind of characterize us. And these characters, they're not so kind of black and white, and that's great for us because it gives us so much kind of to do and to explore.
And I think they're endlessly relevant because,
Yeah, absolutely.
especially now, we live in such a polarized world.
Yeah.
It seems now,
Right.
certainly in the States and in Britain as well. Uh, and Margaret's exhortation to her sister when her sister's sort of appalled at her getting together with Henry is only connect. And it's we could do a lot worse than that, you know.
Yeah. In a very divisive world,
Yeah.
you have Margaret going there, that she's fascinated by someone having a completely different worldview and political view, that she actually finds it to be really interesting, and she's delighted that someone would come and critique her belief system, because it will either sharpen what she believes or it opens up to a whole different way of thinking about the world. And so I love that,
For
that she
sure.
remains open-minded enough, so she's not righteous in her political beliefs. She is willing to have an open dialogue about them intelligently. And with the ultimate goal is to find a common humanity and to connect with someone like Mr. Wilcox.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a wonderful story. And I quickly I have to ask, I mean, I love the relationship between the two characters. When did you guys know you hit it off?
2009?
2009, yeah.
I think it was. This is our third time working together.
Yeah.
So,
we did a sort
yeah.
of medieval cathedral building
Yes, you were
show.
a monk.
Also stars, yeah. I was
Yeah.
an asexual monk.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
With a
you've
tall
got
shirt.
that chemistry going. You can just keep it
yeah,
going.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So, no, it's a real
Yeah.
pleasure to work with people who you're pals with. You know, it's great, and you've worked with before.
Yeah, well, trust me, it's a real pleasure watching the two of you in these roles. You've done a spectacular job. People are going to, I'm calling from Canada, where we love this kind of stuff. So congratulations to the both of you, and best of luck. And I hope to see more of the two of you together. Just keep it
Thank
going,
you.
okay?
We'll try.
Very good. Have a
You
great
too.
day. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.